Thank you for inviting me to address this 9th Congress for Catholic Communicators. I want to send a warm greeting to my friends in the Schoenstatt community and a fond greeting to all the SIGNIS members who are present there for this meeting. Many people are discouraged by the ability of digital communications to spread miscommunication. Indeed, Pope Francis wrote about fake news and the need for a journalism of peace in this year's World Day of Communications message. Fake news, of course, is not new. From our beginnings, we humans have told each other stories, and we've managed to manipulate and fabricate information for lots of reasons: to entertain, to confuse, and to persuade. Sometimes it's called yellow journalism, sometimes marketing or promotion, sometimes propaganda, and sometimes censorship. Just 2 examples from my lifetime. The Post, a recent film directed by Steven Spielberg, recounts how the U.S. government provided alternative facts to keep the public supportive of its military actions in Southeast Asia. Spotlight is a film that attempts to tell the complicated cooperation among the powerful members of the Boston, Massachusetts community, both lay and clergy, and their complicity in keeping the tragedy of sexual abuse by Catholic priests hidden. But digital media has provided an environment for falsehoods to multiply on a quite dizzying scale. As Howard Schneider, the founder of Stony Brook University's journalism department, wrote in 2006, the digital revolution might bring the promise of enlightenment, but in its pathological lack of accountability, it might just as easily spread a virus of confusion and disinformation. The ultimate check against an inaccurate or irresponsible press never would be just better trained journalists or more press critics and ethical codes. Schneider said that in the digital world, it is necessary for all of us to become much more critical in our consumption of information. It is encouraging to read of a growing trend in universities to offer courses on media literacy. Although the Holy See's ongoing call for media literacy expressed after the Second Vatican Council, even again in this year's World Day of Communications message, although that call has gone largely unheeded, we do have leaders in the Catholic world creating a growing clarion call for our own catechetical endeavors in this arena. I think it should be a mandatory part of young people's education, including in their faith formation. And I encourage finding ways for its digital immigrants to become more skilled in media literacy. We need to understand the difference between raw, unmediated information, sometimes outright alternative facts, and independent, verified reporting. We also need to accept the responsibility that comes with the ability to create our own media using the tools on our smartphones. Mass communication allowed us to be somewhat passive recipients of information. Digital media, by its very nature, requires us to be active contributors of information. Our faith requires us to be ethical and morally sound in those contributions. The members of SIGNIS stand on the shoulders of giants as we look to the future. Our mission to engage media professionals and support Catholic communicators to transform our cultures in the light of the gospel is, at its core, about using media in finding truth. May you find your conversations this week to bring you to a greater awareness of the beautiful truth of God's love and mercy, and how you can use digital communication to effectively proclaim the truth. God bless you.